Welcome back to Our Sports Update. It hasn't been easy watching many of these last-second losses for Temple football this season. One man who has seen it up close is Whip Radio's own Zach Gelb. He had the play-by-play this past Saturday, and he joins us now on set to talk Temple football. Zach, welcome.
Shannon, Seth, thanks for having me. I'm doing great.
Thanks for coming. So first off, taking a look back at that Rutgers game, what are some positives that you took out of this game despite the fourth quarter meltdown?
Well, it's a young football team, but it's a team that's trying to get their way and have some experience. And this was a game that they led by 10 going into half. You want to see a team finish. 2 weeks ago up against SMU, they were up by 21. So they aren't finishing football games. But the big impressive thing to me is the quarterback play of one P.J. Walker, who has that lethal arm and can also extend the plays with his legs. And he's looking pretty good coming over from Elizabeth High School.
Now, at this point in the season, it's mathematically impossible for the team to get a bowl game. So what, in your opinion, do you think they're playing for at this point?
You want them to finish strong. This is a lot of freshmen and a plethora of sophomores as well on the field, and you want to see them build for the future. You want to see guys like P.J. Walker, Jihad Pretlow really elevate their game and take it to the next level, and you're starting to see this team get better on the offensive side of the ball. Now they just have to patch things up defensively. You have some of the best linebackers in the nation tackling-wise in Nate D. Smith and Tyler Medikevich. Blaise Caponegro has also excelled, but you want to see some pressure get on the quarterback and a secondary help out this offense.
So you mentioned they have to patch up some things on the defensive end. Now they're entering their second bye week on the season. Besides, the defense, what are you looking for them to improve with these days off?
You want to see, it's going to be a lot of recruiting going out there. The coaches are going to have recruiting this week, and then they're going to get ready to prepare for UCF, a team that's number 21 in the nation, 7 wins. They're going to play Houston this week, so that's going to be a big battle. 3 things that I want to see them improve is getting a pass rush, getting to the quarterback and making him force the ball out early. On the offensive side of the ball, seeing PJ take that next step and eliminating the mistakes. And you also want to see this run game continue to grow because you have a freshman in Zaire Williams who so far this year has exceeded expectations and has been able to be a diverse back.
Now, can you talk about that game-winning touchdown, the last 35 seconds of the game, and, with Gary Nova to Carew, can you talk about that? Take us through that play.
Yeah, Gary Nova was a player that struggled, 7 interceptions going into his last 2 games, came out and had a big second half up against Temple. Phil Snow, the defensive coordinator, he sent the house like they did on the 3 previous plays, and it was one-on-one coverage. Mel Johnson got burned, and Carew reeled in the reception, and that was the game right there. And you also look back earlier in the game, a 4th-and-1 pistol call by Matt Rule. I don't mind them going for that because if you get the first down, you win the game, but you would have liked to see maybe an formation run or even a QB sneak right up the middle instead of that pistol play.
Now we've seen 4 starts from the freshman quarterback P.J. Walker. What would your evaluation of him be this season? I
think he's played very well. I give him a B+ grade. He has to eliminate some of the turnovers. He's thrown some interceptions, but he's really developed a relationship and is an accurate thrower to Robbie Anderson, who's really took his game to the next level so far. Jalen Fitzpatrick is coming on the scene, and the slot receivers as well, and John Christopher and Ryan Alderman. And Matt Rule, when he came to the Temple University Owls, he told me he wants to see a pro spread offense who wants to run the ball and throw the football compared to previous regimes that just ran the football, and they want there to be some trickery and fans not knowing what to expect. And you have that piece now in P.J. Walker that could throw the ball downfield and give you some positive yards.
Can you think of maybe 1 or 2 things that the team needs to work on stepping forward to next season?
Yeah, they have to go out there and really develop the players this year. Freshmen have to turn into sophomores, and the sophomores have to turn into juniors and really take that next big step and take on some leadership roles, because you're going to lose some guys like a Chris Coyer who's meant so much to this program over the last few years. And it really comes down to you now have a team that's going to be getting a second-year head coach, and you need to take that next step and start finishing these games. You can't be up 21 points anymore and not win the football game. You can't be up 10 points anymore and not win the football game. You have to finish, and that's what this comes down to, because at the end of the day, it comes down to wins and losses, and that's what you want to see. You want to see wins come here if Temple University is going to be a big factor on Saturdays in Philly.
Well, we want to thank you for joining us today, and if you want to catch Mr. Gelb on the radio, you can tune into the main event from 11 to noon on WHIP or listen to him live on iHeartRadio. So thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you, and hopefully my face was good enough for both TV and radio compared to your earlier jab, because if I'm not mistaken, you are a radio man yourself.
Well, I try to be. So test those brakes, because we're headed for a pit stop. On the other side, we take a look at a football friendship that dates all the way back to high school.
Plus, we head across America to see how the rest of the league is doing. Our Sports Update, back in a flash.